Finally.
That's nice, Arthur. Let's now rank every Warframe based on their hypothetical meat size. On our tier list we have Horsecock, which means 12 inches or longer, Donkey Dick, which is around 10 inches, Werewolf Wang, which is around 7, Human Average, which is around 5, Micro Penis, which is around 3, and then we have Nothing and Proven Vagina. I don't know if they're going to have many. Start with Ash and we're going to go along. So he has quite a decent bulge, but hypothetically, how big would his wang actually be? He's one of the, not starter Warframes, but he's one of the first few that came out. I don't think that they really focused on like what his hypothetical size would be, because he has no other aspects other than this bulge, to be quite honest. He has like lobster toes, he looks like Zoidberg, and then his entire base frame is just a bit meh. There's nothing really about him that deviates him from everyone else. He's just kind of the base. He's just the base Warframe. But I think Ash would at least be human average. Just in my hypothetical sense, I feel like Ash would be human average.
Man, you are weird.
Atlas. Okay, there's definitely a reason why he's covering his area. Because hypothetically, I feel like it does hang quite low. He also like kind of has the build to pull off quite a big schlong as well. He's quite built, he's got wide shoulders. He overall does look like he would be the host to one hell of a wang. Although I think he's going to have a big one, I don't think he'll have a massive horse cock. I think he's going to sit perfectly in Donkey Dick. He just kind of gives me the vibe of big. He doesn't give me the vibe of massive schlong. He gives me the vibe of massive schlong, not fucking hell, that's going to rip me apart.
Now she's licking the floor.
Banshee. So here we're getting into the female Warframes. However, I wholeheartedly believe that every Warframe has somewhat of a penis, and Banshee is one of them. I definitely believe that if she had a hypothetical schlong, it would be a size. I actually, I need to just like death stare Banshee for a minute, just so I can get the vibe of the size. Interesting. Ooh, she's a kinky one. Ooh. Okay, I've got the size. Okay. I think that Banshee's like 6 inches, so I'm gonna put it just above Ash. I might move it to Werewolf One, just because it's in between these two.
Oh no, not again! Your head is huge.
Baruch. What does Baruch give? Baruch gives quite a lot, to be quite honest. I'm getting Werewolf Wang, however, his frame kind of gives off human average. He is covering up. It's going to be large. It's going to be large and in charge, and it's going to be taking control of your ass. I'm going to just rank him. I'm going to rank him Werewolf Wang. Also, he's got like the twink build, and we all know twinks are like hiding the monster cock. We all know that's just like the thing. Tiny frame, big cock. All of the growing didn't go to the height, all of the muscles, it went to the dick. And I feel like Baruch definitely goes in Werewolf Wang.
What are joyous activities you like to explore?
Well, pissing in a boy's mouth usually works for me.
Caliban, the floating fucker. Floating just gives him a kind of aura as well. Like, he just gets the aura of big cock. He can also, like, summon sentience, so I don't know if you'd add up, like, the size of the sentience as well as Caliban himself. Let's just take it from Caliban. Because when I did ranking multiple feet in Marvel Rivals, I ranked Loki. Loki gave you 6 feet because he could do 2 clones. I don't think that's kind of fair, so I'm going to rank Caliban just on what he has. And he has a gaping orifice. An orifice? Orifice? 1 second. Orifice? Orifice? What do you say it?
Orifice.
A gaping orifice. He has one hell of a gaping orifice. So, I don't think he even has a wang. And I don't think he has a vagina. This is just the gap between his legs. This is going straight to the ass crack. So, right, we need to give him a ranking. Even though he has a gaping orifice, I don't think he has a vagina. I think he just has nothing. I'm going to leave him in nothing. And if I change my mind later, we will move him about. But for now, he has nothing.
No dick, no balls, and probably no butthole since this guy feeds on radiation.
Roma, the big boy, the big daddy, the big thick daddy. We can always tell. Like, he has the little thing here, but I feel like this is holding something back. Like, it needs to be this size because it's holding something that goes, like, all the way up here. Like, I think the definition of horsecock so far is chroma. Like, horsecock from her. Ooh, Big Daddy. Like, if the size of the tail has anything to go off, then definitely the size of the front tail is something else to go off. Citrine, aka the pussy of Warframe. This Gemussy has been a meme since Citrine came out. We globally recognize the sight of the Gemussy, so there is no debate. Citrine goes into proven vagina.
This is Black Diamond. She is the most powerful diamond, and she's also the one Pink most likes to fuck doggy style.
Shito 9. Right, if we're going to talk about Saito 9, we kind of need to discuss his skin, Quincy. And we all know Quincy is hung like a horse, but they're technically not the same person, they're just like different variants of the same person. So Saito 9 himself, I think, does hold quite a mighty schlong. I don't think it's as big as Quincy, but I think it's up there. I definitely think it's up there. Yeah, he has kind of a flat ass as well, and tops always have flat asses and big dicks. So Saito 9 is going to go into Werewolf Wang. I think it's going to be quite a downgrade from Quincy, to be honest. I think at least 5 inches off it. 5 inches off Quincy.
I'm over here stroking my dick. I got lotion on my dick right now. I'm just stroking my shit.
Degath. She has horses. Baby, you can't touch the horse dick. Degath, I don't know if she can be two at once. I definitely think that this covering is for a reason, and it goes all the way to the floor, honey. Honey, sugar, honey iced tea, whatever the phrasing is. She's covering up a horse dick. She has a horse cock. However, this in the head, kind of, we need to talk about that, because I honestly think she goes into 2 categories. I think she goes into proven vagina and horse cock. Because I think this is a vagina. My head canon is going crazy. I think this is also a vagina. So, what we're going to do is, we're going to put Degath into horse cock. However, I am open to moving it to proven vagina. Debate that in the comments. But I want a comment right now, leave a comment. Do you think Degath goes into horsecock or proven vagina? Or where else? I want debates in the comments. It helps with pushing the video out. Right, we have Dante. He is a queer icon. Dante, he gives off the vibe of just like an average guy. To me, it gives that vibe off, but also like I feel like it's an average guy with a bit of bazinga. That is not what I'm trying to say at all. I think he's average, but in the thickness department, he's like pretty thick. Yeah, mad rare. But also he does have the length of the thing in between his legs. But also like he sits like he's hiding nothing. I think it retracts in like a turtle into its shell. I'm going with average. I'm going with human average. But it's different. It retracts itself into its shell like a turtle.
All of this because we couldn't take care of him.
Girl, what the
Ember. Mommy. Right. Does the heirloom skin come into it? I think we just do Ember off of Ember. Ember has some chunky thighs. Definitely a bottom. I don't think it's proven vagina. I think Ember is just like, in my headcanon, like a femboy. So I'm gonna go with, the first time in this tier list, I'm gonna go with micropenis. And I believe Ember's a total bottom. A total bottom. You know what? Again, debate me in the comments if you think I'm wrong, but that's what I'm thinking. That is what I'm thinking. Equinox, right. This is a weird one because there's 2 sides of Equinox. You get the night side and then you get the day side. I think the night side is pretty hung, and then the light side I feel like is just like average. So what we're going to do about that, because we're going to have to choose somewhere in between. What do we think is going to be on the grinder profile? We all know what's going to be on the grinder profile. It's going to be the biggest size. So we're going to do Werewolf Wang. I think it's just above Baruch, but still in Werewolf Wang. And we're going to keep it there for now. Might change, but I think on the grinder profile they definitely use 7 inches rather than 5. If there are a couple especially, they'll always go with a bigger size.
Jesus! Is this what you guys do in here? Is suck dicks all the time?
Alright, Excalibur. We've got the base Warframe, the all-starter, the one that everyone chooses. Unless you choose some of the other ones, which in that case then, I'm sorry. Again, Excalibur kind of goes into that same divot of with Ash. It's the same thing with Ash. Like, he's the base, he's got not much going for him. However, it is Excalibur. Excalibur's pretty strong and pretty well known. Pretty well known. Everyone and their mother chose Excalibur. Like, Mag and Vault have nothing on him. And I have the feeling it's because they all saw what I saw, which is the hypothetical penis size. Compared to Ash, I actually think Excalibur has a 7-inch werewolf wang. That's my opinion, but I think that Excalibur has just that one up on the other two starters because of his werewolf wang. Frost, the first Dom Daddy you can get. I wouldn't recognise Rhino as a Dom Daddy, I'd recognise him as like your Dom Uncle. But Frost is that Dom Daddy, especially with his Gemini skin. Let's give it a look. Velemir, Silver Daddy, my asshole could not comprehend. On the basis of Frost, right? I don't know, like, I feel like he's just there, right? He's just there. I don't think there's much going for him. Like, Vladimir obviously is hung like a horse, but I feel like Frost himself is not. I have the feeling that Frost is just the average. He's just there. I feel like it's bigger than Dante, probably bigger than Ash, and probably bigger than Banshee, but I think he's there in the average. He's there in the average, and that's all that matters. Size doesn't matter, unless it comes in my hat.
I'm jaking it. I'm jaking it. Oh, so good.
Gara. Ooh, Gara's a weird one, because I haven't dealt with Gara in a long time. I haven't even used Gara. I used them a bit on Xbox a few years ago. Well, I say a few years ago, that was like 5 years ago. I don't really use Gara, so I don't really get a good viewing of what was that, Gara? What's this? Oh, okay, that is altering my view and perception. Definitely Dommy Mommy, and she's got the high heels on. Ooh, okay. Right. Hypothetically, now I've seen this, I feel like she's pretty big. So, how are we going to determine how big? I don't think it's horse dick, I don't think it's donkey dick, I just think it is werewolf wang. Again, like, I feel like the average is these two. These two are where most people are going to go into. But I definitely think Gara is in the upper echelon of the quote-unquote average. And I think she's just peaked into werewolf wang compared to everything else. Just because of this. Just because of this little design detail. We can always tell when there's going to be a big schlong on our hand.
Those things, those potions,
Lucky potion.
the lucky potions, because they're over penis. I mean, oh god!
Garuda. I need to have a think, because, again, Garuda's another one that I don't really play with a lot. I know she has big claws, and I feel like she'd definitely be Dommy Mommy in the bedroom. Whether or not I actually think she'd have a penis or not, it's actually in quite a bit of debate, because I feel like she's one of the few that might have a vagina. I'm so glad I'm not monetized, because otherwise I would not be able to say what I'm saying right now, and I'd have to go Venus and vagina, or Pussy and Busse. So I definitely think that Garuda might be one of those ones with a Pussy. Let's have a look at the tier list. Let's just see what people are at. So Citrine is definitely in the Pussy. What other Warframes would go in Pussy? Okay, I don't think there's that many, to be quite honest. So Garuda can go in Pussy. I feel like Garuda definitely has a Pussy.
Can I get a plate of mother's cunt with a side of slay to go? I already ate.
Right, Gauss does not have to show off this much. Like, this much bulge should be illegal for a Warframe. So Gauss has that one hell of a bulge. He's also very fast. So I feel like he goes to Pound Town. He goes to Pound Town with that big ass schlong. So this one is definitely like Gauss goes into horsecock. Does he? No, I think he goes into donkey dick. Does he? Is he bigger than Atlas? Is he bigger than Atlas? Ooh, he might be bigger than Atlas. No, he doesn't give off that vibe to me. He's a bit smaller than Atlas, a little bit. But Gauss can go into donkey dick. Now, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, we have the next one, which is Grendel. And Grendel, honey, if Atlas is the daddy, if Frost is the daddy, if Chrome is the daddy, what's Grendel? Grendel is the bear of Warframe. And we love bears on this channel. But what is that? That is a bussy. That is a bussy. No. This has to be hypothetical, because I feel like this is something for an attachment. And this is this ship for a reason. There's a separate attachment that Grendel attaches to this. He plugs it into his bussy, and he shags your bussy. That's what he does. I feel like Grendel can have anything. Ooh, the hypothetical situation is commencing now. Grendel can have any size. meaning Grendel can be anything. Grendel can go anywhere on this tier list. Grendel can have nothing, and a horsecock, and a donkey dick, and a werewolf wang, and a human average, and a micro penis, and a vagina. He can have anything. He can attach a milking machine and milk you to the morning. He can milk you all night. Right, I'm going to put him in nothing, however, with a caveat. He can have everything. So he's going to be in nothing just because at base he has nothing, but he can choose to have anything. Yes. Grendel in his base form stays in nothing. Grendel with attachments is unstoppable. Grendel goes above horsecock, in my humble opinion. Gaia, or Jaya, or Gia, whatever you want to call her. I like calling her Jaya, just because I'm weird. Again, another Warframe that I haven't really messed with. I haven't really done much with. I know she's pretty strong, but where does she fit in the schlong department? What I'm getting is, I'm getting small, but I also get the same vibe of like, white bottom based, but I don't think Gaia is like small. I feel like she's just on the like the cusp of average compared to everyone else.
Oh my gosh, Mom, look, she's serving cunt.
What?
Right, Hara, the priest, right. Okay, not good so far. I think he's large. I think he's definitely a top, because obviously the priest vibes, the religion vibes we get from him. He's above average. He's definitely above average. Let's take it over to the tier list. So he is above average. So I'm having the feeling of Werewolf Wang. He's bigger than Gara, it's bigger than Excalibur, it's bigger than Baruch. I feel like he's about here. Pretty much on the same level of Equinox. So definitely Werewolf Wang. Definitely a top. Definitely touches kids. Let's move on to the next one.
Find me a church. I've done everything everybody else wants to do. Find me a church.
Let's move on to Hildren. Hildren is the definition of thick mommy. She has like abs running all the way down. She is the definition of a horsecock girly. I'm not gonna lie, Hildren kind of has it all. Like dummy mommy, thick mommy, she has the abs. She has like, what's that, 8 pairs? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and it leads all the way down to the dick. Like, Hildren has it all. Hildren literally has it all. I'm sorry, but Hildren's going right at the top. Hildren is right at the top. Massive schlong, big muscles, big thighs, probably a big ass. Let's have a look. Big ass, big muscles, big muscles. Hildren is the one. Hildren is the one.
Mommy? Sorry. Mommy? Sorry. Mommy? Sorry. Mommy? Sorry.
Holy fuck! I'm coming!
Right, Hydroid. He has the tentacles. I have the feeling he doesn't have a dick. I have the feeling he has a ginormous tentacle that sprouts from here, like something you'd see from the Bad Dragon website. He has a cock. That isn't a cock, but a tentacle. But I think it's on par with a horse cock. Definitely 12 inches or longer. I feel like it can go to pound hat. I'm going to put him just under Hildren. Just under Hildren, because I feel like Hildren has it all. Hydroid himself, he can control the size in a way. It can go straight to like 24 inches, it can double, it can triple, and it can come straight out of him. Inaros. Inaros kind of holds like this special place in my heart because he was like the first Warframe I got, and sadly, I'm disappointed by this. He has nothing, and I don't think he even has a hypothetical size because he has nothing. He has this here, and it kind of, you can't put anything in there. Maybe a fleshlight, but it's not a pussy. It's not a pussy. I think Anaris has nothing, but I don't think that's determined by anything he can control.
It makes me feel this way.
Right, Ivora. Okay, Ivora the spy Warframe can stealth up on you and shove her cock inside you. Ivora definitely has a cock. I feel like it's on the average side. I feel like Ivora is another one where it is just, again, average. So she's going to go inside of human average, but I feel like it's definitely bigger than Jaya, and it's definitely bigger than Dante's. Probably bigger than Ashes. Yeah, I'm gonna leave her there. We have Jade, the in-law pregnant Warframe. From Jade being pregnant, we would assume that Jade has a pussy. Ooh, she's stepping forward, giving us a stroke. Ooh, stroke that belly, honey. I feel like Jade definitely has a vagina. Or a pussy. So we're gonna put Jade in the pussy section. Cora. She has the Strangledome. She has chains just like Hera, but she definitely uses them for sexy time rather than... Cora gives me big dick energy for a few reasons. Her farm is utterly hard as fuck, just like her penis. Again, I feel like it's another werewolf wang. She's above average, but like not obscenely large like Donkey Dick or Horsecock. I think she's definitely above these two at least. I feel like Baruch kind of has a little millimeter or two on her, but overall I feel like that is perfectly fine for her.
I'm gonna have to lie down. I feel a bit overwhelmed.
Koma. Okay. Koma's a weird one, because no, I'm not getting much from Koma. I feel like Koma is just another average Warframe. Another average Warframe with another average cop. There's nothing giving me big dick energy. There's nothing giving me vagina energy. There's nothing giving me nothing energy. I feel like she's just another Warframe with another average PP. Let's just put her there at the bottom. But again, another just average one.
What the fucking hell, excuse me, has happened?
Right, Kuleva. The self-harming boy. We've seen the clip, right? I believe it was with Kuleva skin. Is it this one? It is. So there's a quote from Rebecca who said that he's wearing a chastity cage.
You need to look at this.
Yeah, okay. It is Freaky Friday. The chain, is it like a chastity cage?
Oh, sorry.
I don't think. What is that?
Jeff, don't look!
Never say that word again.
What word?
And I actually agree. I actually agree with her on that. Because why else would these chains be here? He's definitely wearing a chastity cage. So again, we're going to bring this back to the tier list. And I feel like he's going to have a micro penis. Hold your thoughts. I think it's a micro penis simply because it's in a cage that's below 3 inches. However, out of the cage, I feel like he's at least werewolf wang. But Rebecca kind of confirmed it. That he is wearing a chastity cage. And I think he's shrinking his boy. And I think one day he's going to have a micro penis. So we're going to stick to micro penis because I feel like in law and in confirmation from someone at DE, I feel like this is the one Warframe that is actively and currently shrinking his schlong. And you know what? We support a kinky boy.
You need to look at this. Yeah, okay.
It is Freaky Friday. The chain, is it like a chastity cage?
Oh, sorry.
Lavos. So he has snakes, and we all love a snake. We all love a snake. We all love a pretty decent snake. How big's his snake? That is the main question. I never noticed before that he wears heels. We love a drag queen. Lavos is now canonically in my head a drag queen Warframe. Right, if I'm going to picture Lavos as a drag queen Warframe, we need to go back to the OG, one queen from Drag Race, and that is Ixalia Michelle, I believe her name is. She has one hell of a schlong. I'm going to base this on that one drag queen, and we're going to put that in Werewolf Wang. Actually, no, we're going to put it in Donkey Dick. I think it's on the lower end of Donkey Dick. Definitely Donkey Dick energy.
You think? No.
Well, no, probably not.
Limbo is kind of a weird one. Not terribly weird, he just like, he gives me a lot of vibes at once, and it kind of like freaks me out, because like, what vibe should I go on? He has a detachable head. That going to go to anything else? Like, is anything else detachable? For my hypothetical, I actually don't think it does. I feel like Limbo has one size. Ooh, what am I getting? Ooh, let me just use my psychic abilities again. Okay, I've got it. Limbo has a micro penis. I'm sorry to any Limbo fans, but it just makes sense. I just kind of think that he'd do magic tricks in the bedroom. Like, I feel like Limbo is actually just kind of an asexual king, and he just doesn't want to get involved with anything, and he just wants to, like, do magic tricks.
Yeah, I mean, I've never had sex or been in a relationship because I only do anal. Okay. But
Low-key. This is low-key a hard decision. Where do we put Loki? Loki, again, I feel like he exudes average energy simply because he's like one of the OG Warframes. Again, another just like average Warframe. Like, there's nothing wrong with being average. He is just another average Warframe. And that's fine. We support him for being average. He is allowed to be average.
Hey, what's going on?
Nothing.
Mag is again another one of the starter Warframes. She kind of just exudes and gives me average energy. In my hypothetical situation, I actually don't picture her as big, I don't picture her as small. I just kind of picture her as another average Warframe, which again is fine. It is just another average.
Thanks a lot, you idiot. Thanks a lot, Rachel. Thanks a lot.
Mesa. We're hitting that spike where all the Warframes at this point are like all the ones that have come out quite early in development, and there's nothing really that gives me big dick energy or Usei energy or nothing energy from Mesa. It is just another average. So we're gonna just power through. We're just gonna get through this section and we're just gonna put her again in average. I definitely think she's above these. Maybe just below Ash. I feel like that is a good point to put Mesa, because I feel like Mesa is again just another average Warframe, which is fine. We support our average kings. If you're average, drop a comment below. Mirage. Compared to everyone else, I actually kind of get bigger dick vibes from Mirage rather than everyone else. Yeah, kind of from Mirage, what I'm getting is I'm getting bigger dick energy, but I'm not getting massive dick energy. So Mirage is again another one which goes in a bigger section, but I feel like she kind of again is average. Like I feel like a good 7-incher, maybe a bit thick.
Gas Queen, Skinny Legend, Versace boots the house down. Slay Queen, Hunty Mama, and Oop Daddy work. Charlie XCX, snatch my wig.
Necros, right. He's another Warframe that just gives average dick energy. I feel like he goes just in the lower end of Werewolf Wang. He goes in the lower end of Werewolf Wang only because he does give something else. He gives the energy of a big dick, and I definitely think he tries to top. But I feel like if he came up to someone like Chroma or Atlas, he would bend over instantly and take it up the ass.
Absolute bollocks, which is what we've been listening to for the past hour. Mother.
We have Neza next. Okay, so Neza is, again, I believe... What do I picture Neza as? I don't picture Neza with a pussy or with a schlong. I kind of just picture Neza with kind of like nothing. I feel like he goes in the nothing category. But I feel like, again, he kind of goes with Grendel, where he has like attachments that he attaches, and you can like have a pussy or have a schlong. He is one Warframe that can do it all. He is a Warframe that does everything, you know?
When the chow is tea but the finnet is gag, sis, I'm dead as a child. Girl.
Nidus. Okay, now we get to some of the Warframes that I feel like have different things going about them. Like look at this. Look at this, honey. Several Warframes have this triangular shape, and we all know the reason why. It's because they're hiding a monster schlong. And with a Nidus, it is quite literally a monster schlong. Like, if you have dreams about, like, I don't know, monsters or something, like, Nidus is the Warframe. Nidus is the Warframe that does that for you. So Nidus, I'm going to actually put him in Donkey Dick. I think I definitely think it's lower end. However, I definitely think he's above everyone else here. But yeah, definitely goes in Donkey Dick. He has one hell of a bulge right here. He has one hell of a bulge. And he can do anything.
What if I'm the monster?
Nova. Nova is a bit of a different case because Nova gives me energy. Not just like antimatter energy, but Nova gives me energy of like, I don't think it's big dick. I genuinely don't think it's big dick. I think it's like small, but small average. I don't know what it is. It just exudes the energy. It just exudes it. It just exudes smaller than average, but bigger than micropena. It just exudes that energy. Again, talk about it in the comments if you really want to talk about it. Nyx. Again, we're still in that little gap of Warframes that came out at the very start. And Nyx is another one which, like, she kind of goes on par with Excalibur and Ash, where she is kind of just like average again. So like, again, I'm just gonna speed through it. Again, Nyx is another average one. I'm gonna put her right next to Ash because that's where I believe she would go.
Mama, kudos for saying that, for spilling. Like, seriously, oh my god.
Oberon. I don't know. Oberon again. I feel like he's an average king. Again, like there's not much going for him, to be honest. There's not much going for him. Like he is just Oberon. You get what I'm saying? He's just over one. So again, another average one. I'm going to put him right next to Nyx. Again, I feel like he is just another average Warframe. We support our average kings. Size doesn't matter unless it's near my hull. Let's go, Queen. Octavia, right, another one, which kind of gives me this certain vibe of like nothing or pussy. Where am I gonna go with it? Am I gonna go with it? Okay, right. We're just gonna go with it. I definitely think that Octavia has nothing. In kind of a similar sense to Inaros, where she has nothing, however, she can still fuck. Like, she wants to fuck 24/7 to the beat of her song, to the beat of her rhythm, to the beat of her song, to the beat of her beat. I don't know where I'm going with this one. But Octavia wants to fuck 24/7. She would ride you till kingdom come. She'll ride you to the beat of that Minecraft parody, Fallen Kingdom. She'd ride you to that beat every time and make you cry. But yeah, I definitely think Octavia has nothing.
Come. At first it was fun, then scary, then fun again, then spooky, but in a fun way.
Oraxia, the newest Warframe to Warframe. Ooh, spider frame. From like what I know about spiders, right? So once the male fucks, right, she eats him. I'm gonna give her, okay. I'm gonna give proven vagina. However, definitely Dommy Mommy, definitely like once you fuck, you're dead. I definitely think Oraxia has that big dick energy without a dick. And we all have met that girl with big dick energy without a dick. And I think Oraxia has it. Quote me on that.
Pussy tight, pussy clean, pussy fresh.
Protea, she has them balls, right? And it's the same with Vauban. Vauban has pretty similar balls. But Protea gives me average dick energy, but she'll use them balls for like fucking summer. She'd use them for like Benoit balls, I believe that's what you call them. Anal beads. She'll use them on you without any matter of fact. She would just shove them in and you'd have to push them back out, or they'll be stuck in there forever. But again, Protea, another average one, and I definitely think she goes at the very top end of average. Average dick energy, but average dick to the point where she has a lot more that she could use on you that you will fear. Corvex. I'm sorry, look at Corvex. Just look at him. There is no other energy that exudes more big dick than Corvex and fucking Hildren. These two motherfuckers could raw dog you till kingdom come, and you would not complain. Look at the fucking size of it. Look at it. Look at it. Fucking hell. And he's aggressive. If you want Dommy Mommy that will like give you a bit of sympathy, you have Hildren. If you want Dom Daddy who would fuck you until you bleed, you have Corvex.
Look at the size of that fucker.
Revenant, right. Revenant kind of is just like daddy energy to me. He has all of this like Eidolon energy around him. He definitely has quite a big dick, I'm not gonna lie. And like this little indent groove is like, I feel like he would put his attachment here, and then you could go, am I really gonna describe this? Okay, so I feel like he'd attach it here, right? And then you would like go up and down, and then as you go down, your schlong, if you have one, if you don't, it's fine. You can still put it into the space, and it would vibrate. I feel like he is built for sex. Revenant out of every Warframe is the one Warframe who is like built entirely to serve your daddy fantasy, and I definitely think that he has a donkey dick. Again, next Warframe.
It's been a year, Daddy. I really miss you.
Rhino, my boy Rhino. We all know Rhino has the bulge. He has the bulge. He has the bulge. He has the bulge. There is nothing else about Rhino. He is quite literally, he's on the same boat as Revenant, where he is quite literally just built for sex. Like, he has the dick. He has the dick. The one and only the dick. He has the dick. But I don't think it's massive. I think it's on par with Revenant's. I feel like Rhino is like the base daddy, and then Revenant is the dom daddy, or like the daddy that's built for sex. Like Revenant has the experience, Rhino is the novice.
I don't have time for this! Just blast me, you bitches!
Saren. A lot of people are gonna love Saren. A lot of people love Saren. A lot of people love Saren. But to me, I feel like she exudes the energy of big dick without having a big dick. I feel like Saren, let's go to the tier list. I feel like Saren has a micropenis. However, I feel like Saren has a micropenis to the point where it makes her do such dumb things. Let's just look at her. She has the big shoulder pads. She has the big thick thighs. She has the posture. She would tie you up and destroy you instantly, and you wouldn't be able to say no. She is your mommy, and you will submit to her. Sevagoth. So not only do you get Sevagoth, you also get Sevagoth in his rare form. So yeah, this thing has the big dick. This thing is the big dick. Sevagoth himself, I can't show it, but is pretty much the same. Big dick energy. Again, he's on par with these two. He is quite literally like Dom Daddy, but in a different style. Like Dom Daddy where there's two of them. It's a couple, this one. This one's a couple, so this might go up just... Would you rather have two daddies, or would you rather have one daddy with who is like a pro? Let's go with a pro. So pro, then two daddies, then daddy.
You need to hang up that computer call. Come over here and kiss me on my hot mouth. I'm feeling romantical.
Dynax is one Warframe. End of story. Dynax is a weird one. Dynax has a lot going for him in the sense of, if you like, boring people with a shield. Yeah, I'm sorry, but Stynax does nothing for me. Stynax just feeds me no energy of dick size. I feel like Stynax is another one where it's either average with Ash and Nyx, or it's kind of just like nothing. And I don't know where to put him. Should we flip a coin? Should we flip a coin on his dick size? Tell you what, let's flip a coin. Heads, average dick. Tails, no dick. Okay. Okay. No dick. Nothing. Stynax has nothing.
No. You cannot have my coochie, and you will never have my coochie.
So we have Temple, and one of the first of our two non-binary monarchs. With Temple, we have quite a lot of spikes, and we have this spike in particular, and this spike. So one of these two is definitely a PP. I think Temple in particular has quite a big wang. So we're going to put Temple up here. I definitely think it's above these ones. We're just above Mirage. I'll put him above these. Temple is definitely up here on the schlong department. And you also have a sentient guitar, but I don't think the guitar really would do anything. I feel like the guitar would just watch as Temple did the pounding. You know, whatever you're into, I guess.
More for me!
Titania. So we have Titania normally, and then we have Titania when she's quite small. The thing is, if Titania has a penis, then Titania's penis would shrink. So it would really depend on what you're into. Are you into fairies? Are you into the shrinkage of the schlong? If you're into that, then Titania's the one for you. But how big is the schlong normally? I feel like Titania is probably on the average side. However, the small side, I don't know whether we're going to need to bump the thing down for it. Sadly, I might have to put Titania in micro-penis territory. However, that is going to be way smaller than levers. That's only because I feel like Titania would also go like extremely micro, like millimeters.
She was a fairy.
Trinity is, again, another one of the Warframes that came out at the very start. Again, doesn't really exude massive dick energy, is just kind of like another Warframe. So I'm just going to quickly put them in average. Like, there is nothing about Trinity that really gives me any sort of big dick energy or anything. Valkyria. There's not much about Valkyria that really exudes massive dick energy or no dick energy. However, it was man-made, so what was it man-made to do? That is the main thing. Like, they go berserk. What does that mean? What does that entail? I'm gonna say Werewolf Wang. Probably above a few of these. Probably about there. Probably on par with Baruch.
He doesn't know that I know this hack. I have a gun.
Vauban? Right. Vauban again has those balls. He has the balls of steel. He has massive balls that can do whatever you need. Vauban himself, he is just a guy. He is just a guy. So again, another just like, I'm gonna put him in Werewolf Wang. I honestly think he has a pretty decent wang, but those balls are gonna be doing all the work. And he has 4 of them, and they can be electrified. Ooh, Vauban has quite a lot going for him. Not gonna lie. Vault, right, Vault is one of the ones where it just, it's clear as day. However, I feel like Vault is like hiding something. I feel like this isn't even real. This is just all a prop, and Vault is actually hiding a macropinus. It's all been a lie. It's always been a lie. Vault has never actually been that large. It's all to drag you in and then pull away at the last second, because none of it's real. It's actually all fake. This isn't even a real dick. This isn't a covering of a dick. This is just not even real whatsoever. This is false advertisement. Up next we have Varuna, or other wolf heads. It really depends on what you're into. Right, what does Varuna exude? Varuna definitely exudes something. I don't know what that something is, but they exude something. Definitely dick energy. Definitely big dick energy. But whether or not that's big dick energy, or just like average big dick energy, I think Varuna has a perfect spot, and that is at the top of Werewolf Wang. However, there could theoretically be 4 extra with the heads. So there could be, however they might not be. So let's just do Varuna at the top of Werewolf Wang. I feel like that definitely suits the character. Yeah, that definitely suits the character of Varuna. Wisp, right? We all know. We all know. So let's just go straight to the tier list. Wisp is proven vagina. Proven. The evidence is right here in the game. You can't be this cheeked up and not have one hell of a puss.
The second example was a sign which read, and I quote, "I love vagina, nom 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 nom."
Wukong. With Wukong as the name, there's got to be some wrong representation here. Like, look at this bulge. Like, look at it. Like, it is pretty large. It is a pretty large one. I don't know if he's, like, trying to put it on. Like, it's wrapped around his waist and everything. I don't know if he's, like, trying to fake it to make it. But you know what? I believe him. I believe him. He's going in Donkey Dick. He's going just above these 3 daddies. And he can go right there in Donkey Dick.
What? What? What?
My boy Zaku, my favourite boy, my bestest of boys, even though I know they're non-binary, but I like calling them my best boy, because they look really cute, and I like them. They're my boy, my little baby. I love them. I love him so much. However, Zaku has never radiated genital energy to me, so I might honestly just put them in nothing. Zaku kind of just like belongs in nothing. Like, Zaku has nothing that exudes penis energy or vagina energy. I feel like Zaku just, because they're an amalgamation of like many different Warframes, that the penis kind of just never came into anyone's mind when building him.
I know she's gonna scream, God, we're happy it died.
Ureli, she has one hell of a puss, doesn't she? We can see the energy. We know. We all know. We can always tell. There is no schlong underneath here. She's just one hell of a pussy-ass bitch. So Ureli is going to go improvement for China. Ureli's... So, 2 reasons. Again, Ureli just radiates puss energy. Radiates pussy energy. Like, she listens to Cupcake. She rides on a rose toy. That's point 2, by the way. She rides on a rose toy. Definitely just, like, 100% pussy energy.
Juggle them balls in my mouth. Juggle them balls in my mouth. Juggle them balls in my mouth.
I don't know what I'm doing. I genuinely don't know what this is. I haven't seen this in my entire Warframe career. Okay, rigged. Alright, so Zephyr. Zephyr is one hell of a bro. One hell of a queen. One hell of a monarch. Like, Zephyr never radiates plus energy for me. Zephyr's kind of just like, with this bulge, I feel like she kind of has one hell of a PP, another average. I feel like Werewolf Wang might suit Zephyr. I feel like Zephyr is just a straight up average bro, but with a bigger dong.
I'm running through the night in my sexy sheet.